Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm so excited to be talking about a topic that's captivated me for years, the psychology of magic tricks. We all love to be amazed, but have you ever stopped to think about asterisks why magic is so compelling? It's not just about seeing something impossible. It's about how our brains are tricked and how magicians cleverly exploit the very foundations of our perception and cognition. We're going to delve into the secrets behind the illusions, exploring how magicians use everything from suggestion to misdirection to create moments of wonder. This journey into the mind will not only make you appreciate magic more, but it might even help you understand yourself a little better. And hey, if you're enjoying this exploration already, a like and subscribe would be magic in its own right. What's the most baffling magic trick you've ever seen? Share it in the comments. Let's start with something fundamental. Attention. Our attention is a limited resource. We can only focus on so many things at once. Magicians are masters of manipulating our attention, directing it where they want it to go, and away from the sneaky moves they're making. Think about it. A magician waving their hand dramatically in one direction, while subtly palming a card with the other. That dramatic gesture is a distraction, a way to overload your visual system and keep you from noticing the crucial sleight of hand. It's all about controlling the flow of information, making sure you see what they want you to see and miss what they want you to miss. This controlled attention is the bedrock of many illusions. Now, let's talk about misdirection. This is the art of steering your attention away from the secret of the trick. It can be physical, like the aforementioned hand gesture, or it can be verbal. A magician might tell a compelling story, engaging your imagination and making you less likely to scrutinize their actions. They might even make a joke, causing you to laugh and drop your guard. Misdirection is about creating a narrative, a performance that guides your focus while the real work happens out of sight. It's a carefully choreographed dance of deception, designed to keep you one step behind the truth. The better the misdirection, the stronger the illusion. Another key element is expectation bias. Our brains are wired to anticipate things. We see patterns everywhere, and we tend to assume that the future will resemble the past. Magicians exploit this bias by setting up expectations and then subverting them. For example, if a magician repeatedly shows you an empty hat, you'll likely expect it to remain empty. When they then pull a rabbit out of it, it's even more surprising because it violates your established expectation. This violation is what creates the wow factor. It's a clash between what you thought would happen and what actually does, and that surprise is a powerful emotion. Confirmation bias also plays a role. This is our tendency to seek out information that confirms our existing beliefs and ignore information that contradicts them. If you think you know how a trick is done, you're more likely to focus on details that support your theory and dismiss anything that doesn't fit. Magicians can leverage this by subtly hinting at a false explanation, encouraging you to latch onto it and overlook the actual method. This is why sometimes, even when a magician is performing a trick relatively slowly, you might still miss the crucial move. You're too busy trying to confirm your own incorrect hypothesis. Now, let's consider the power of suggestion. Words are powerful tools, and magicians use them to influence our perception and memory. They might subtly suggest that a card is a specific number, or that an object has vanished even before it actually has. This is especially effective when combined with other techniques like misdirection. The more vividly a magician describes something, the more likely you are to believe it, even if it's not entirely true. Suggestion works on a subconscious level, shaping our interpretation of events and making us more susceptible to the illusion. Memory is surprisingly unreliable. Our recollections are not perfect recordings of the past. They're reconstructions, subject to biases and distortions. Magicians can exploit this by influencing our memories of what we saw. For example, they might subtly alter the order of events in a trick, leading us to misremember key details. They can also use suggestion to implant false memories, making us believe that we saw something that never actually happened. This manipulation of memory is a powerful tool in creating truly baffling illusions. Social conformity also influences how we perceive magic. We are social creatures, and we tend to follow the lead of others. If everyone around us is gasping in amazement, we're more likely to feel amazed ourselves, even if we're not entirely sure why. This is especially true in group settings, where we might be hesitant to question the experience or point out inconsistencies. The magician creates an environment where belief is encouraged and disbelief is discouraged. This social pressure can enhance the impact of the illusion. The use of novelty is important. Our brains are wired to pay attention to new and unusual stimuli. Magicians often incorporate unexpected elements into their tricks, like using strange props or performing in unusual locations. This novelty helps to capture our attention and make the illusion more memorable. It also disrupts our expectations, making it harder to figure out how the trick is done. A sudden surprise in the middle of an illusion can completely throw off your attempts to understand the method. Let's talk about the importance of theatricality. Magic isn't just about skill, it's about performance. A good magician is an actor, a storyteller, and a showman. They use their body language, voice, and facial expressions to create an engaging and believable experience. The theatrical elements of a magic show help to draw us in and suspend our disbelief. We're not just watching a trick, we're witnessing a performance, and that makes the illusion even more powerful. The drama adds another layer of complexity to the deception. The element of trust is crucial. We go into a magic show expecting to be fooled, but we also implicitly trust that the magician isn't going to actually harm us or violate our boundaries. This trust allows us to relax and enjoy the performance without being constantly on guard. Magicians carefully cultivate this trust by being respectful, engaging, and entertaining. Without trust, the illusion wouldn't work. We'd be too busy looking for the trick to actually be amazed by it. Another fascinating area is the use of cognitive biases. We've already touched on a few, but there are many others that magicians exploit. For instance, the availability heuristic, which is our tendency to overestimate the likelihood of events that are easily recalled. A magician might create a memorable moment at the beginning of a trick, making you more likely to remember it later and influencing your interpretation of the overall performance. Understanding these cognitive biases is key to understanding how magic works. Consider the framing effect. How a magician presents a trick can significantly influence our perception of it. If they frame it as a demonstration of skill, we're more likely to focus on their dexterity and technique. If they frame it as a demonstration of psychic powers, we're more likely to attribute it to supernatural forces. The framing effect highlights the importance of context in shaping our understanding of magic. The magician is not just performing a trick, they're creating an entire narrative around it. The psychology of humor is also relevant. Many magicians incorporate humor into their performances. Laughter can disarm us, making us less critical and more open to suggestion. It can also create a sense of camaraderie between the magician and the audience, fostering trust and rapport. A well-placed joke can distract us from the method of the trick, while simultaneously enhancing our enjoyment of the performance. Comedy and magic are often intertwined for a reason. Let's think about the role of physics and science in magic. While magic often defies our understanding of the natural world, many tricks actually rely on scientific principles. Illusions can be created using mirrors, magnets, optics, and other scientific tools. The magician might use these tools subtly, concealing them from view, to create the illusion of something impossible. Understanding the science behind these tricks can be just as fascinating as being fooled by them. It bridges the gap between the impossible and the explainable. Now for a bit of audience participation. Think of a magic trick that really blew your mind. Now, consider what elements you think made it so effective. Was it the misdirection, the surprise, the personality of the magician, or something else entirely? Identifying the psychological principles at play in your favorite tricks can deepen your appreciation for the art of magic. Maybe you'll even be able to figure out how it was done. Understanding what fools you is surprisingly enlightening. While you're pondering that, consider hitting that like button. It helps keep the channel magical. Let's consider the different types of magic. Close-up magic, performed with small objects and a small audience, relies heavily on sleight of hand and misdirection. Stage magic, performed on a larger scale, often incorporates illusions and theatrical effects. Mentalism, which involves seemingly reading minds or predicting the future, relies on psychological techniques and suggestion. Each type of magic utilizes different psychological principles to create its unique brand of illusion. Understanding these distinctions can help us appreciate the diversity of the art form. Consider the ethics of magic. Is it morally justifiable to deceive people, even for entertainment purposes? Most magicians believe that it is, as long as the deception is harmless and consensual. The audience knows that they're going to be fooled, and they're willing participants in the illusion. However, there are ethical boundaries that magicians should respect, such as not exploiting vulnerable individuals or making false claims of supernatural powers. The ethical considerations of magic are a complex and ongoing debate. The psychology of magic can also be applied to other areas of life. The principles of misdirection, suggestion, and framing can be used in advertising, politics, and even everyday communication. Understanding how these techniques work can help us become more critical thinkers and less susceptible to manipulation. Recognizing the strategies used to influence our perceptions can empower us to make more informed decisions. Knowledge of these principles can be a powerful tool in navigating the world. Think about the cultural variations in magic. Magic traditions differ significantly across cultures, reflecting different beliefs, values, and artistic styles. What is considered amazing in one culture might be commonplace in another. Studying the cultural variations in magic can provide insights into the diverse ways that humans perceive and interpret the world. It highlights the subjective nature of reality and the power of cultural context in shaping our experiences. Magic, in many ways, is a reflection of the culture that creates it. One interesting area is the relationship between magic and religion. In many cultures, magic and religion were historically intertwined. Shamans and priests often performed rituals that were seen as both magical and spiritual. While modern magic is primarily a form of entertainment, it still retains some of the mystique and symbolism of its religious origins. Exploring this relationship can shed light on the enduring human fascination with the supernatural. It speaks to our desire to understand and control the world around us. The role of technology in magic is constantly evolving. Modern magicians are increasingly incorporating technology into their performances, using gadgets, computer graphics, and other digital tools to create new and innovative illusions. This fusion of technology and magic is pushing the boundaries of what's possible and creating new forms of entertainment. However, it also raises questions about the nature of magic itself. Is it still magic if it relies on technology rather than skill? Let's discuss the learning process. Learning magic tricks can be a great way to develop cognitive skills, such as attention, memory, and problem solving. It requires patience, practice, and a willingness to experiment. Moreover, performing magic can boost confidence and self-esteem. The process of mastering a trick and sharing it with others can be incredibly rewarding. It's a challenging but fulfilling hobby. Why not give it a try? You might surprise yourself with what you can accomplish. Let's consider a specific illusion, the vanishing lady. This classic stage illusion involves a woman disappearing from a cabinet or box. The psychology behind this trick relies on a combination of misdirection, hidden compartments, and audience expectation. The magician directs the audience's attention to specific areas while the woman secretly moves to a hidden location. The audience expects the woman to be in the cabinet, but they are fooled by the clever construction and misdirection. Understanding this illusion can give you a better appreciation for how magicians manipulate our perception. Another common trick: card prediction. This often relies on subtle manipulation of the deck, forcing a card without the spectator realizing it. The psychology works because the spectator believes they have a free choice, even though the magician has subtly guided them to select the desired card. This relies on a lack of awareness on the part of the volunteer and can be enhanced by the magician's patter, personality, and misdirection. And, of course, a healthy dose of confidence. Now, if you're finding all of this fascinating, click that subscribe button for even more explorations into the mysterious world of the mind. So where do we go from here? Understanding the psychology of magic can make us more discerning observers, more critical thinkers, and more aware of the subtle ways that our minds can be tricked. It can also deepen our appreciation for the art of magic and the skill of the magicians who create these illusions. By exploring the intersection of psychology and magic, we can gain valuable insights into the workings of the human mind. It's a journey into the fascinating world of perception, cognition, and deception. Ultimately, magic is a celebration of the human mind and its capacity for wonder. It reminds us that not everything is as it seems, and that there is always more to learn. It's a testament to the power of imagination, creativity, and the human desire to be amazed. So next time you see a magic trick, remember to appreciate the skill, the psychology, and the artistry that goes into creating that moment of wonder. Think about how your own mind is being manipulated. What's the most mind-blowing magic trick you've ever seen? And what made it so great? Let us know in the comments. I encourage all of you to continue exploring the world of magic and psychology. There are countless books, articles, and videos available that delve into these topics in greater depth. Experiment with your own magic tricks and try to understand the psychological principles at play. By engaging with these subjects actively, you can deepen your knowledge and develop your own unique perspective. The more you explore, the more you'll discover. As we wrap up, remember that the beauty of magic lies not just in the illusion itself, but in the exploration of how we perceive and understand the world. It's a testament to human ingenuity and our enduring fascination with the impossible. So keep questioning, keep wondering, and keep exploring the hidden secrets of the mind. The world is full of mysteries, waiting to be unraveled. Thank you all for joining me on this journey into the psychology of magic. I hope you've learned something new and gained a deeper appreciation for this fascinating art form. Remember, the world is a magical place, full of surprises and hidden wonders. All it takes is a little curiosity and a willingness to look beyond the surface. Be curious. Think oddly.